Alright, what is up guys? Deathball here coming at you with another Legion talent change. Today we're going to go over Warlocks. I know I keep saying mages next, maybe, and I always pick the other one. That's because I keep reading the mages and it kind of bores me, honestly. I really don't want to even do that video. Because it's... I mean, they did say, like, mages is are where they want them to be, but I'm so bored with it. Like, I sit there and read through them, I'm just like, do I really want to read these over again? But alright. So, we're going to start with Destruction, because that is the one spec I will never touch, ever, again. It's very boring, it's a good spec. It's a lot of damage, it's a boring spec to me, so I don't really play it. But I'm probably going to be maining Affliction in the next expansion, and, definitely trying out Demonology. I like Demonology in this expansion, it just sucks. But I'm really hoping that it'll be good in the next expansion, and I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with it, because I know like they're changing it to actually revolve around summoning demons rather than doing, you know, shadow fell damage. But alright, so we're going to go ahead and start it out with Destruction. So we're going to look at the 15 tier first. We're going to get Burning Embers, which your backdraft from Conflagrate now lasts an additional 3 seconds. That's cool, that's a passive. Fire and Brimstone, Incinerate now hits all enemies near your target. That is actually an ability already, except it does more than just Incinerate. It does Immolate, Chaos Bolt, and Conflagrate, along with Incinerate. The only thing different now is that this talent, it doesn't look like it consumes a Burning Ember. So it looks like it's just going to be a passive that constantly makes your Incinerate hit all targets near your target you're targeting. And then finally we have Shadow Burn, which again is already an ability in the game right now. I kind of like that they're putting this back into the talents, because for those of you who didn't play or don't remember, this actually used to be a talent in vanilla, like a long time ago. Shadow Burn was in the Destruction tree. I think it was like you had to have like 10 points into the talent tree to get it. So I like the fact that they're going back to, you know, an ability, or a talent rather than an ability. But alright, so in the 30 tier we're going to have Reverse Entropy. So Chaos Bolt restores 25% mana. That's cool, I guess. I mean, from my experience, I never really ran out of mana as Destruction, but, that's cool, alright. Alright, next we have Roaring Blades. So when you incinerate an immolated target, the remaining damage of the immolate is increased by 10%. Refreshing immolate will return it to its normal damage. So that'd be cool, I guess. I mean, having that increased damage on it's pretty awesome, but it's gonna make it to where, like, you really... I don't know, I mean, you're just never gonna recast immolate until it's done, which is good. And then next we have Mana Tap, which consumes 40% of current mana to grant 15% increased damage for 20 seconds. That's cool. That's a lot of mana, though. I think that's gonna be for, like, opening. Like, that's gonna be, like, part of your burst. Okay, so that's cool. Mana Tap. 40% of your mana to grant increased damage. I guess that's cool. I mean, those are decent talents. Alright, so next we're gonna come to the 45 tree. We're gonna have Soul Leech, which we already have. Mortal Coil, again, which we already have. And Shadow Fury, which we already have. And it looks like they're pretty much going to do the exact same thing. Yep, 15% for Destruction, 30% for Demonology and Affliction. Yep, very cool. Awesome. So next we're going to have the 60 tier. We're going to have Eradication. Chaos Bolt also increases the damage you deal to the target by 20% for 6 seconds. Destruction, I feel like Destruction is just going to have a shit ton of, like, burst damage. Just, like, fucking pop Mana Tap. If I could just release the Chaos Bolts and just go. Like, I mean, that's gonna be huge. Next is gonna be Cataclysm, which we already have, and I mean, I don't particularly like the spell, but, you know. Soul Harvest, that refills 5 soul shards. For those of you who don't know, Destruction is no longer gonna be going off of Burning Embers. They are gonna go off of soul shards again in this expansion. They didn't like the idea of having, like, 2 different, you know, I guess, like, power spenders, like combo points for rogues or whatever. So they decided to take Burning Embers out and put Soul Shards in, which this, I guess, would not be consuming Burning Embers, it would be consuming a Soul Shard if it were the current one. But it still doesn't say that, so I guess maybe we'll see. But still, 5 Soul Shards, I mean, like, that's awesome. Although for a 2-minute cooldown, I mean, I don't really... We'll see. Maybe that's justifiable. I don't know. I'm not going to play this spec, so I don't really care that much. Alright, so for the next tier, we have... the next 75 tier is going to be Demonic Circle, which is already in the game. It's a talent, which... I'm not so sure I like that being a talent. I mean, I guess PvP-wise, it's cool, because, like, this... I mean, it's got a 30-second cooldown. I don't think it really needs to be a talent. But, alright, whatever. And then we've got Burning Rush, which, again, we already have as a talent. And Dark Pact, which I believe we already have. Sacrificial Pact, yeah. Okay, so they changed the name, kept the little icon there. Same thing, though. So they just changed the name. But we do have that already. And then this tier, the 90 tier, everything we have in the 75 tier over here. Supremacy, Service, Sacrifice. And I already looked at these. They don't really do anything different, so that's interesting. That's cool, whatever. I actually like these talents. Like, in every spec, I think this really changes the playstyle up for each spec quite a bit. I mean... That's why I thought this was like a really good choice for Blizzard to add in. Plus, it's just fucking cool. I mean, you know, getting like a second demon or getting a bigger demon or, well, you know, just sacrificing him to do more damage. I love that idea. But, alright, next we're going to be looking into the 100 talent tier. So we have Wreak Havoc. Havoc now lasts 20 seconds and has no cooldown. Okay, Blizzard. What are you doing? What are you doing, Blizzard? 20 seconds and has no cooldown. Huh. That, I don't know. What? I mean, I guess, like, you can't just spam it because you burn through all your soul shards, but still, I mean, that's cool. That'll be cool for, like, AoE fights and shit. Next we have Channel Demon Fire. So you launch 15 bolts of Fellfire at immolated enemies within 40 yards over 3 seconds. Each bolt deals 100% of spell power fire damage. So... maybe Cataclysm will work with that. Because, I mean, you drop a Cataclysm and then you do that. That way you don't have to, like, immolate every target. Because this only works with Incinerate now. No, that'll be cool. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. You know what? Oh, wait. No. Yeah. I guess you could still do Havoc. Because, like, Havoc does... yeah, 6 other single target spells. But you can only Havoc one other target. I don't know. That'll be interesting. See how that works. Next we have Demonic Servitude. You are now able to... well, you know what? Fuck it. We already have Demonic Servitude in this tree. So that's cool. I mean, that's that. That's what we have, I suppose. Okay, guys. Next we're going to be looking at Affliction. So in this first little tier here, we're going to have Haunt, which is an ability already that we have. And it looks like it's going to do the exact same thing as before, except for the fact that... oh, if the target dies, the cooldown gets reset. So it's not going to cost like soul shards like before, like right now it costs a soul shard to cast. It is just going to have a 15-second cooldown, and I guess the cooldown gets reset if you kill them, so that'll be cool. I'm not really so sure that'll be awesome for like PvE, but waiting for 15 seconds isn't going to be that bad. Alright, so next we have Writhe and Agony. Agony's damage may now ramp up to twice as high. That's going to be awesome. And then we have Drain Soul, which we already have right now, but they're taking it out and making Drain Life the main ability. So if you guys haven't like read up on that either, Drain Soul is just going to be a talent now, I guess. Oh, it replaces Drain Life, but they wanted Drain Life to be the main ability instead of Drain Soul. So they're taking Drain Soul out, made it a talent, and you can choose between Drain Soul and Drain Life. But alright, let's go ahead and look at 30 tier talents. We have Contagion, where Unstable Affliction also increases all damage you deal to the target by 5%. That's cool. That'll be awesome. We have Absolute Corruption. Corruption is now fucking permanent with a 60-second duration on player against player. That's incredible. I mean, like, it's not, like, awesome. I mean, there's 1 second global. And, I mean, with Haste, you drop your global cooldown anyways, so it's not even... like, that's good. That's cool. That's a good talent, but not really needed, I don't think. And then Mana Tap, which we already had in Destruction, so we can go on. The 45 tier, we have Soul Leech, Mortal Coil, and Howl of Terror, which we already have all of those. Let's see. For the 60 tier, we have Siphon Life, Siphon the target's life essence, dealing 0 damage over 15 seconds, healing you for X each time it deals damage, which I believe that is actually a glyph. It sure is, except it's not all damage, it's just corruption. So, let's see. We also have Salve the Seeds. Seed of Corruption will now consume a soul shard, if available, to embed a demon seed in 4 additional nearby enemies. So that's interesting, I like that. That way you don't have to... I mean, it's like Soulburn. Like, Soulburn, you would Seed of Corruption everything around, so it's the same thing. And then next we have Soul Harvest, which is the same thing, it refills 5 soul shards. And then next, 75 tier, everything was the same as Destruction. 90 tier, everything was the same as Destruction. Again, we have the Supremacy, Service, and Sacrifice, the Grimoires. Next, in the 100 tier, we have Soul Effigies, where you create a Soul Effigy bound to the target, which is attackable only by the Warlock. 0% of all damage taken by the effigy is replaced on the original target. Which, of course, 0 damage is not, it's not going to be that, you know, they probably just haven't worked out the numbers yet. But that's pretty cool. So basically what I'm going to get from this is that it's Prismatic Shard for mages. Except it's a Soul Effigy instead of a Prismatic Shard. Next we have Phantom Singularity. It's a 1-minute cooldown, and it places a Phantom Singularity above the target, which consumes the life of all enemies within 25 yards, dealing 25% of spell power damage every 2 seconds for 16 seconds, and healing you for 30% of the damage done. Huh. I like that. That is a cool ability. I'm definitely going to try that out. That is awesome. And then Demonic Servitude, which again, we already have. That's okay. Because I'm pretty sure like Destruction and like Affliction, they were saying like they are actually pretty happy with where it's at already. And so they didn't really want to change it that much. The main thing they were changing was Demonology. So, alright guys, for the final one, we are going to be going over Demonology. As I said earlier, Demonology is completely like getting a revamp. They're completely changing it in this expansion. What they're going to be doing is making it revolve mostly around like their minions and stuff. So it's going to go from what it is right now is like, you know, you cast like Shadow Bolt and shit like that, and like you do like Doom damage and shit, and then you go into, you know, your Metamorphosis and do big damage there. But this next one's just, in the next expansion, is mainly going to be all minion damage. So we'll see how it goes. I'm very excited to test it out. I'm probably going to level Demonology just to really get a feel for it and get a taste. But alright, so we're going to go over this. So in the 15 tier, to start us out, we're going to have Shadowy Inspiration. Demonic Empowerment also causes your next Shadow Bolt to be instant. That's pretty cool. That's not bad. I mean, an instant Shadow Bolt, you can't go wrong there. Alright, next we're going to have Shadow Flame. You lob a ball of Shadow Flame at the target, dealing 100% of spell power Shadow Flame damage, and 120% of spell power Shadow Flame damage over 8 seconds, and it stacks. So you have 2 charges of that. It's 12-second recharge. So, you know, it's going to be a little damage over time there, so that would be cool. Then we have Demonic Calling. Your Shadow Bolt has a 10% chance to make your next Call Dreadstalker free. So, that's not bad either. So, you get your cast off, and, you know, you have a pretty decent chance of casting another Dreadstalker for free. Alright, so in the next one, we have the 30 tiers Impending Doom. Doom also now summons 2 Wild Imps when it deals damage. That's not bad, considering, like, you know, it's constantly, you know, I think, pretty sure they changed Doom in this, so it's gonna be different, and, like, you know, 2 Wild Imps will be constantly up. Improved Dreadstalkers. Called Dreadstalkers now also summons 2 Wild Imps. I think, you know, if you run Demonic Calling, this would probably be the way to go, just because every time you get a free one, you're gonna get 2 free Imps, too. And then you have Implosion. So Demonic Forces suck all of your Wild Imps toward the target, and then cause them to violently explode, dealing X Shadow Flame damage to all nearby enemies. Cool. Alright, so you're gonna have like 6 Wild Imps out, and then do Implosion. Implosion. Blizzard, I see what you did there. So that's gonna happen, and they'll get sucked in and blow up on the target, so that'll be cool. I'm curious to see how much damage that'll actually do. And then for the 45 tier, Soul Leech, Mortal Coil, and Shadow Fury, which we already have. 60! We have Hand of Doom. Hand of Gul'dan now also applies Doom to all enemies that it hits when it consumes at least 3 Soul Shards. By the way, if you guys don't know, Hand of Gul'dan's gonna work a little bit differently as well in the next expansion. I believe it's gonna, like, basically, like, it's gonna do more damage, like, based off how many Soul Shards it consumes. or how many like you want it to consume. But so basically, like, if you consume at least 3 soul shards with it, it's gonna put doom on every enemy, which is great. I think that's great. Next we have Power Trip. So demonic empowerment now affects all of your active demons. That's cool. That's a passive. And then Soul Harvest again, 5 soul shards. Cool. Next we have demonic, or in the 75 tier, demonic circle, burning rush, and dark pack, which we already have. The grimoires again, which we already looked at. Next we're gonna look at the 100 tiers. So we have Summon Inquisitor. You summon a demonic Inquisitor that will launch Shadow Frost volleys at all targets that you have doomed, and that lasts 18 seconds, and it's only a 24-second cooldown. I mean, I don't really think it's gonna be that viable in like a raid situation, except for like trash. But I mean, that's a decent bit of uptime, honestly. I mean, you're looking at 6 seconds of downtime, and that's enough to like get to the next mobs. So I mean, that's really not that bad. Next we're gonna have Demon Bolt, which we already have. Except, whoa, that's a little different. Huh. So this is actually, in this expansion, it's actually gonna replace Shadow Bolt and generate 1 soul shard. But I don't really know if it's going to be worth the increased cast time. Okay, well, that's probably why. Okay, I just read it. So, it's going to... I'll just read you the spell. So, draw energy from your demons and launch a ball of demonic energy at the target, dealing 100% of spell power chaos damage. Damage is increased by 30% for each demon that you have. That's... I mean, it's gonna be like casting Pyroblast. But if this works with Shadowy Inspiration, I mean, if you can get a free Demon Bolt, that's gonna be huge. Because if you have like 6 freaking minions out, that's crazy. That's gonna be 280% of spell power damage. Like, that's pretty awesome. I gotta say, that's cool. I like that because, like, I don't really like Demon Bolt. Didn't really like having that extra cast there. And then finally, Demonic Servitude, which we had already. So a lot of the same kind of abilities here that we already have. I think the bigger thing for Warlocks is just going to be the Demonology changes as a whole for a spec. But, alright guys, well I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys want more content. And next I think I will probably finally do the Mage. If not, look forward to Druids. But I will definitely try and just power through the Mage video and get it over with. Alright guys, you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Peace out.